Let's get something straight. Discipline does not feel hard because you are weak. Discipline feels hard because your standards are low. That's the part nobody wants to hear. You tell yourself you struggle with consistency. You say you just need more motivation. You think you're waiting for the right system. But the truth is much simpler and much more uncomfortable. You have allowed yourself to live below your own capacity for too long. And now, anything above your current baseline feels like pressure, feels like resistance, feels like effort. Not because it's extreme, but because you're not used to it. Standards work like gravity. Whatever level you tolerate daily becomes your normal. If your normal is skip when tired, delay when bored, quit when uncomfortable, negotiate when it gets difficult, then discipline will always feel heavy, because you are constantly trying to operate above your own identity. Let me show you the pattern most people are stuck in. They wait for motivation. Motivation shows up occasionally. They act for a short burst. Then motivation disappears, and they fall back to their default. Why? Because their standards never changed. Motivation is a visitor. Standards are your operating system. And right now, your operating system is too soft. Look at your daily negotiations. I'll start tomorrow. I'll skip just this once. I'll do it later tonight. I'm just tired today. Every time you say this, you are not just delaying a task, you are lowering the bar of who you are. Identity is not built by your goals. It is built by what you tolerate from yourself. If you repeatedly tolerate inconsistency, you become inconsistent. If you repeatedly tolerate comfort, you become fragile. If you repeatedly tolerate delay, you become slow. This is mechanical, not emotional. Mechanical. You don't rise to the level of your motivation. You fall to the level of your standards. And your standards are visible in one place, your daily behavior. Not your intentions, not your plans, not your saved videos, your actions. Let me ask you something directly. How often do you do what you said you would do exactly when you said you would do it? No delay, no negotiation, no mood check, just execution. For most people, the answer is uncomfortable because most people live in constant negotiation with themselves, and negotiation is the enemy of discipline. High performers do not eliminate difficulty. They eliminate the option to negotiate with it. That's the shift. You think disciplined people feel better than you do. They don't. They just don't give themselves as many exits. When the alarm rings, they move. When the work is scheduled, they start. When it's uncomfortable, they continue. Clean, simple, non-negotiable. But your system is different. Your system is built on permission. Permission to delay, permission to skip, permission to adjust the plan based on mood. And then you wonder why discipline feels heavy. Of course it does. You are trying to build strength on top of soft standards. That never works. Imagine trying to build muscle while constantly lowering the weight every time it feels heavy. You would stay weak forever. Yet that's exactly what most people do with their habits. The moment it gets uncomfortable, they renegotiate. The moment resistance appears, they step back. The moment discipline is required, they look for motivation. This creates a dangerous loop. Low standards, inconsistent action, weak results, low confidence, even lower standards. And the cycle repeats, year after year. But here's the part that should wake you up. Discipline is not supposed to feel comfortable at the beginning. It is supposed to feel foreign, because you are installing a new operating system. You are replacing "I'll do it when I feel like it" with "I do it because it's scheduled." That shift is everything. Right now, your emotions are too involved in your execution. You check your energy, you check your mood, you check your motivation, and then you decide. That is backwards. Execution should be mechanical. Emotion should be irrelevant. Task exists, task gets done. That is the standard. Anything softer creates inconsistency, and inconsistency destroys momentum. Let's talk about the real cost of low standards. It's not just slower progress, it's identity damage. Every time you break a promise to yourself, your self-trust weakens. Every skipped session, every delayed task, every "not today," You are teaching your brain something dangerous. My word to myself is optional. Once that pattern is installed, discipline feels 10 times harder because now you are not just fighting resistance, you are fighting your own reputation with yourself. Read that again. Your reputation with yourself matters more than your motivation ever will. Disciplined people protect that reputation aggressively. When they say they will do something, it happens, not because they feel superhuman, because they refuse to erode their own self-trust. That is power, quiet power, predictable power, and you can build it faster than you think. But not by chasing motivation, by raising your standards. Starting small but non-negotiable. Wake-up time, work block, training session, daily output. Pick your anchors and then remove the emotional vote. You don't ask how you feel about brushing your teeth, you just do it. That is the level discipline must reach. Automatic, expected, boring, reliable. Right now, you are still debating with your habits. That's why it feels heavy, because every action requires a decision. Every decision creates friction, and friction kills consistency. High standards remove decisions. They create defaults, and defaults create momentum. This is why two people with the same goals and the same information end up with completely different lives. One negotiates, one executes. One waits for motivation, one moves on schedule. One protects comfort, one protects standards. The gap compounds daily. So if discipline feels unusually hard for you, don't immediately assume you need more motivation. Ask a harder question. Where have I allowed my standards to drop? Where have I been negotiating too much? Where have I been giving myself exits? Because that is where the leak is, and leaks compound. But the fix is brutally simple. Raise the standard, lock the behavior, repeat daily. No drama, no speeches, no waiting for the perfect mindset. Just tighter rules, better execution, fewer negotiations. Do that long enough, and discipline stops feeling heavy. It starts feeling normal. Then it starts feeling powerful. Then it becomes your edge. And once that happens, your old level of effort will feel embarrassingly soft. But it starts with honesty. Right now, your standards are either building your future or quietly lowering your ceiling. Choose carefully.